Hello everyone, today I will study with you, so please help me to study. This is my translation book. As you see, you can translate words into Arabic and English, Oxford, like this. Here is my notebook, and here, this is my copybook. I can write anything I want. Also, here there is my lessons of English study. There is my courses of culture of Britain. As you see, York and Lancaster. There is the course of the later Plantagenets. Sorry. Here there is the early Plantagenets, as you see, and there is, well, no, the Normans. Here, religion in Britain, and sorry for that, the Saxons and the Vikings. And there is one, the British mind. So if you want to study this, tell me if you want to read these informations about the British mind. This is my cute highlighter and my sticky notes. Also my pens, like this, my pen. This is my beautiful pen. So, and here we have the book of Down and Out in Paris and London of George Orwell. Sorry. So you will help me to study this book and to analyze it. I will study some chapters here. For example, this chapter 1, The Jacob d'Or. This is the title of French. This is French language. De rue du Coq d'Or, Paris, 7 in the morning. Association of furious truckers from the street. So I am trying to read very good because I can't read very well. I'm just trying. Okay, so truckers from the street. Madame Monk, who kept the little hotel opposite mine, had come out on the pavement to address a lodger on the 3rd floor. Her bare feet were stuck into sabots, I don't know, and her grey hair was streaming down. Madame Monk, salop, how many times have I told you not to scratch bags on the wallpaper? Do you think you've bought the hotel, Why can't you throw them out of the window like everyone else? Putain, salop. Oh my god. The woman on the 3rd floor. They're open a wall variegated shores of yells as windows were flung open on every side and half the street drowned in the curl. If I had any mistake here, tell me, because I'm just trying to read. They shut up abruptly 10 minutes later when a squadron of cavalry rode past and people stopped shouting to look at them. I sketched this scene just to convey something of the spirit of the Rue du Coq d'Or. Not that girls were were the only thing that happened there. But still, we seldom got through the morning without at least one outburst of this description. Chaos and desolate cries of street hawk airs. Sorry, this is here. And the shouts of children chasing orange peel over the cobbles, and at night loud signing, and the shriek of the refuse carts made up the atmosphere of the street. Now I will go to the second paragraph, maybe, or no. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, maybe 5, or I don't know. Here I will read this paragraph. It was a very narrow street, a ravine of tall, leprous houses lashing towards one another in queer attitudes, as though they had all been frozen in the act of collapse. All the houses were hotels, and packed to the tiles with lodgers, mostly Poles, Arabs, and Italians. At the foot of the hotels were tiny bistros, where you could be drank for the equivalent of a shilling. On Saturday nights, about a third of male population of the quarter was drunk. There was fighting over women, and the Arab navvies who lived in the cheapest hotels used to conduct mysterious feuds and fight them out with shares and occasionally revolvers. At night, the policemen would only come through the street together. It was a fairly rackety place, and it amid the noise and dirt lived the usual respectable French shopkeepers, bakers, and laundresses, and like, keeping themselves to themselves and quietly piling up small fortunes. It was quite a representative Paris slum. The next paragraph. My hotel was called the Hotel des Trois Moineaux. It was a dark, rickety one of 5 stories, catch up by wooden partitions into 40 rooms. The rooms were small, arrayed in veteranly dirty, for there was no maid, and Madame F. Arnaud, what is her name? Maybe just Madame F. The patron had no time to do any sweeping. The walls were as thin as matchwood, and to hide the cracks, they had been covered with layer after layer of pink paper, which had some loose and housed innumerable bags. Near the sailing long lines of decks marched all day like columns of soldiers, and at night came down ravenously hungry, so that one had to get up every few hours and kill them in hecatombs. Sometimes when the bags got too bad on one side, one used to burn sulfur and drive them into the next room, whereupon the lodger next door would return by having his room sulfured and drive the bags back. It was a dirty place, but homelike, for Madame F. and her husband were good sorts. The rent of the rooms varied between 30 and 50 francs a week. The lodgers were a floating population, largely foreigners, who used to turn up without luggage, stay a week, and then disappear again. They were of every trade: cobblers, bricklayers, stonemasons, knaves, students, and prostitutes, rag pickers. Some of them were fantastically poor. In one of the attics there was a Bulgarian student who made fancy shoes for the American market. From 6 to 12 he sat on his bed, making a dozen pairs of shoes, and earning 35 francs. The rest of the day he attended lectures at the Sorbonne. He was studying for the church, and books of theology lay face down on his leather-strewn floor. In another room lived a Russian woman and her son, who called himself an artist. The mother worked 16 hours a day, darning socks at 20 and 25 centimes a sock, while the son, decently dressed, lived in the Montparnasse cafes. One room was let to two different lodgers, one a day worker and the other a night worker. In another room, a widower shared the same bed with his two grown-up daughters, both consumptive. They were eccentric characters in the hotel. The Paris slums are a gathering place for eccentric people who have fallen into solitary, half-mad grooves of life and given up trying to be normal or decent. Poverty frees them from ordinary standards of behavior, just as money frees people from work. Some of the lodgers in our hotel lived lives that were curious beyond words. They were the Ruggiers. For instance, an old, ragged, dwarfish couple who played an extraordinary trade. They used to sell postcards on the Boulevard St. Michel. The curious thing was that the postcards were sold in sealed packets as pornographic ones, but were actually photographs of Chateau on the Loire. Okay, the buyers did not discover this till too late, and of course never complained. The Ruggiers economy man managed economy managed to be always half starved and half drunk. The filth of their room was such that one could smell it on the floor below. According to Madame F., neither of the Rogers had taken off their clothes for 4 years. Or there was Henry, who worked in the sewers. He was a tall, melancholy man with curly hair, rather romantic looking in his long sewerman's boots. Henry's peculiarity was that he did not speak, except for the purposes of work, literally for days together. Only a year before he had been a chauffeur in good employ and saving money. One day he fell in love, and when the girl refused him, he lost his temper and kicked her. On being kicked, the girl fell desperately in love with Henry, and for a fortnight they lived together and spent 1,000 francs of Henry's money. Then the girl was unfaithful. Henry planted a knife in her upper arm and was sent to prison for 6 months. As soon as she had been stabbed, the girl fell more in love with Henry than ever, and the two made up their quarrel and agreed then that when Henry came out of jail he should buy a taxi and they would marry and settle down. But a fortnight later the girl was unfaithful again, and when Henry came out she was with child. Henry did not stab her again. He drew out all his savings and went on a drinking bout that ended in another month's imprisonment. After that he went to work in the sewers. Nothing would induce Henry to talk. If you asked him why he worked in the sewers, he never answered, but simply crossed his wrists to signify handcuffs and jerked his head southward towards the prison. Bad luck seemed to have turned him half-witted in a single day. So there is just few chapters to end this chapter. This first chapter to go to second chapter, as you see. So tell me how to analyze this book and what is your point of view about this book. If it is good to read or not, and I need your points of view to see if I can analyze it or I can read it, or I can read all chapters. As you see here, there is maybe 38 chapter here. Yes, 38 chapter. No, or there is a lot. I don't know. And this is the definition of the writer. For the album, see Down and Out in Paris and London album. Down and Out in Paris and London is the first full-length work by the English author George Orwell, published in 1933. It is a memoir in two parts on the theme of poverty in the two cities. The first part is an account of living in near destitution in Paris, and experience of casual labor in restaurant kitchens. The second part is a travelogue of life on the road in the London and around London from the tramp's perspective, with descriptions of the types of hostel accommodation available and some of the characters to be found living on the margins. So this is this book I will finish to read. And look at my cute highlighters. I will show it to you. The orange color, as you see here. Then the yellow color. This is so good. Here the purple, as you see. This is the purple. And here the pink, my favorite one. The pink, my favorite one. And the blue one. And here the green highlighter. The green highlighter. This is how. And this fantastic pen, I can write. This is the blue pen, as you see. So I will finish this video. See you next time in another video, and thank you for watching. Goodbye.